Welcome back, everyone. We do have player Will Cuylle at the podium. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. Derek, go ahead.
Hey, Will, thanks for doing this. I just want to ask you about, how things are going. It's been a long camp, and how excited are you guys to play an opponent tomorrow?
It's been going good. Obviously, we've had lots of practices and we had a good training camp in Banff. So yeah, we're pretty. Everyone's pretty excited to get going and finally play a game tomorrow.
Just in regards to what you bring to the table, Will, what do you say? Where do you fit in on this team that has so much talent on it?
I think I'm just going to try to play my game, which is being a power forward, being physical, finishing hits, working hard below the goal line, and getting to the front of the net, and being really good defensively on the walls as well.
And last one for me, just want to ask you about, there's always pressure on Team Canada going into this tournament. It's probably a little more because you're playing at home. How do you guys feel about the expectations of this team going into the tournament?
Yeah, obviously, we want to win, and that's the goal. So, that's how we've been preparing, and everyone is, I think, ready to live up to that expectations, and that's what we're preparing for every day.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour à tous. We have Coach Dave Cameron at the podium. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. Merci de lever la main si vous avez des questions. Derek Van Diest, go ahead, Derek.
Hi, Dave. I just want to ask you about Willie Cuylle for a little bit. Will Cuylle, just what have you seen in him, and what do you like about his game?
Well, good energy, physicality. We want to be a team that's physical without taking penalties. We want to be a team that stays a heavy forecheck. And I think see Will lead that charge.
What do you more obviously with the exhibition game against the Russians? I guess is it just a matter of trying to get your timing back, or what are you trying to get out of that game tomorrow when it comes to just being ready for the 26th?
Well, I think timing gives the coaches a chance to look at the line combinations we have, fine-tuning our systems, and just getting to that next level of competition where you're going against a good team as opposed against your teammates.
Hey, David, when you say you don't have a plan right now, or you're not exactly sure what you're going to do regarding your goaltending tomorrow, is that a good place for you? Is that a reflection of the strength of the goaltending at this point, or is that a negative at this point?
Oh no! I mean, obviously, we come into this situation. We're very happy with our goalies, so nothing has changed that way. So it's all positive. When you're dealing with the best of the best, they make all your decisions hard, and it's the reason probably for the delay or for the going right down the wire. Obviously, is the fact that we haven't played a game yet. Those other two games were canceled, and that affected everything, but probably the goaltending situation more than anything.
Are you a coach that typically likes to tell a goalie well ahead of time, or is that depend on the goalie that you're dealing with?
Both, and it'll depend on the goalie coach. I'm going to rely a lot on my goalie coach. He's the one that has the most contact with them. He's the most conversation. But generally, my experience tells me they like to know a day before, and that's probably the way we'll do it here.
All right, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Kevin. Peter Lobardias, go ahead, Peter.
Hi, Dave. As practices have carried along this week and you've gotten to know your group better, I want to ask you just a little, if I can, about your forward group and how excited you are about the versatility and ability with this group to potentially mix and match, to have a lot of different looks and potential matchup problems for other teams.
Well, I like with the short tournament, Peter, I really hope I don't have to mix and match too much. I hope that with this group that we have together, we put a lot of thought into it, although we haven't seen a lot of competition and probably are going to have to mix and match. But ideally for me, it'd be great if we didn't have to. That means our line combinations are solid. It means they're performing well and the coaches are happy with them. I'm only going to mix them up if I think there's something has to be tweaked. So, yeah.
Maybe my last one, Dave, and maybe a better one is, do you feel like with the combinations you've put together, I know that people have a tendency to like the number lines, but are you happy with the balance that you've created and the different types of groups that you can go to battle with.
Yeah, it's. I think that goes back to what you said, Peter. Different looks. They get to come at teams with that four line wave that you need in a short tournament and to beat good teams. The big thing, the biggest challenge when you have this group of elite players is that a high percentage of them are offensive players on their club teams. And so I just have to get them into the mindset that, yeah, we want to generate offense, but we don't want to give up a whole lot in that process. And the common terminology is the 200-foot game. So when these games are going back and forth, Peter, sometimes the scorers get the little itchy trigger finger. And then they start trying to open things up and maybe making bad decisions. The big thing with us, our coaching staff this week, is that we got to get comfortable, not just playing close games, but playing close periods and those periods where there's a lot of 50-50 hockey and you're not giving anything up, you're not getting anything. We just want them to say, hey, that's a sign of a good team.